should start on him. Giannis with the back down, the paint away, the shot! It's good! With zeros on the shot clock! Giannis with the game winner in Indy!
What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right, so the Milwaukee Bucks eked out a 117 to 115 victory over the depleted Indiana Pacers due to the heroics of Giannis Antetokounmpo. The resilient Pacers, with multiple players out due to injury, were down 11 late, but they stormed back with a 17-6 run, capped by an Aaron Nesmith bucket with 14.5 seconds left to go to tie it at 115 all. But Giannis went into Superman mode. He let the clock wind down, back down Nesmith, then rose over a double team to sink the game winner at the buzzer, silencing the crowd to seal a thrilling road victory. Giannis finished with 33 points, his fifth 30-point performance in 6 games, going 14 for 21 from the field while adding 13 boards and 5 assists as Milwaukee improves to 5-2 on the year. Miles Turner, the former Indiana Pacer, who was curiously booed by Pacer fans, don't understand why, because if anything, it was the Pacers' fault that they left them, assuming that they lost them. But anyway, in his return to Indiana, he scores 9 points with 7 rebounds, 5 blocks, and 2 3-pointers. Pascal Siakam led the Pacers with 32 points and 8 assists. And for the Milwaukee Bucks, let's see if I can pull up some of these scores here. For Milwaukee Bucks, the difference in the game, pretty much, when I say difference, really it was Giannis's contributions, because not much more than, really nobody really other than Giannis played particularly well. The difference, I think, was 3-point shooting. That's what kept Milwaukee in this game. The Pacers shot 8 for 33 from downtown, while Milwaukee nailed 20 3-pointers. Isaiah Jackson for the Indiana Pacers had 21 points and 10 rebounds. And I believe his name is Jarris Walker, had 18 points for the Pacers. And this is another one of those games where Milwaukee just has this tendency now, and it's become more and more apparent. This happens more and more often, I would say, during the Doc Rivers era. Although it did happen under the previous coaches as well. But the Bucks oftentimes play to level their competition. And I don't get it, because it's gotten them in trouble so many times that they keep doing it time and time and time and time again. Yes, on paper, they should beat the hell out of the Pacers, right? But then again, when you look at it, it's not like Giannis is playing with a super team. If the Bucks are executing and playing hard and fulfilling in their roles and playing as a unit, they could beat anybody in the NBA, in my opinion. They could beat anybody. Remember, this is the same Bucks team that beat the Thunder for the NBA Cup. Now, I know it's just a cup, but when they're playing well, they could beat anybody. The problem is, a lot of times they're just not mentally there. And I don't get it, because it's not like y'all the 90s Yankees or the '60s Celtics and '90s Bulls, and y'all not a dynasty where y'all doing so much winning that it's sometimes hard to rise up and focus against a mediocre team. Hell, y'all won a championship in over 4 years. Well, 4 years, I guess now. So, this was definitely one of those games where the Bucks almost blew it, man. The Bucks almost lost to pretty much the worst team in the NBA, man. I think the Nets are amongst the worst teams too right now, right? And then the Pelicans, but still, like, come on, man. You can't lose to this team. Even though they have fighting spirit and resiliency, but still. Can't lose to this team, man. So, I guess Milwaukee stays among the top 3 or so teams in the Eastern Conference. As I said before, they're 5-2 now on the year. And the Bucks have to hope that Giannis stays relatively healthy this season. His knee issue is starting to become a bit of a concern. And I know the Bud ticket gets on Giannis for low managing, and to a huge degree, I understand exactly where he's coming from. But I am a little bit concerned about Giannis's knee issue. Like the last few years, injuries have derailed some of the Milwaukee Bucks' runs toward the end of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's been times when, Giannis will try to play in every game, and then toward the end of the season, Giannis starts breaking down a little bit. And in the playoffs, he's not quite the force that he needs to be. So you have to wonder how exactly should they go about it, because at the same time, even though I'm not for load managing, if Giannis has to miss a game, I'll put it like this. If Giannis has to miss a game once every 7 or 8 games, what would that be? Him playing, I guess, in 72 games, 71, 73 games, I could deal with that, if that will help to preserve him somewhat. But, a lot of people like, fuck that, man, go out there and perform and play. And, if it's to the point where you can't play, fine, but all this strategizing and trying to, it doesn't work. I can understand the argument too, because, look how they try to low manage Kawhi Leonard. And look how they try to low manage some of these other guys not playing certain games, not playing for long stretches, and these guys still get hurt. So I don't know, man. But I am concerned about Giannis's long-term health. And, we have to wait and see about that. We got to wait and see how it's going to play out. But, Giannis already an NBA champion. Like, a lot of his detractors act like this guy's never won a championship. And that's all I got to say about it, man. Tell what you guys think.